Well, today's the 25th, Thursday, and I'm on here. There was a video put out there. Well, actually, it was a video that was put out there several times by different stations, and had to do with the arrest of an individual out there in Otter Creek. And so this is response to the one that Thomas Collins put up out there. Shout out to you, Thomas. Good job on capturing the arrest on film out there. And thanks for putting it up on the channel and asking for opinions. And I'm going to give you an opinion probably that a lot of you won't agree with, but I hope you'll let me explain my side of it, okay? The general consensus is that these officers acted too aggressive and were overboard with what they did when they arrested this individual. So I want to give you the observation that the way I see it, but I haven't seen the report. So it's unfair for me or anybody else to judge either one of these officers, whether they did it correctly or not. And also they'll be judged by their peers as well, either an outside entity of officers. I don't know if they have an internal investigation department or not, but I would probably bet that you will. Now, one of the things I wanted to remind everybody out there was that a lot of the same people that accuse these police officers of overreacting to the situation also have made comments about them not doing enough when they were called out there to Otter Creek previously, or even answering at all. So when you ask for help and you criticize the help, how many more times are you going to be able to get the help out there? I guess that's a question you got to keep in mind. And when you're judging these people, do it as if you're walking in their shoes with the training that they receive. Okay, what I've seen, and this, I'm giving you my opinion only. It has nothing to do whether it's the real thing or not. My opinion don't matter one bit on the report, zero, okay? And neither does yours. So here we go. I seen an individual that was out of control. Now, he had thrown rocks apparently at Mr. Collins out there, and also threw paint on him. Now, when the officers arrived and this guy was out there yelling and screaming and carrying on. Now, this guy has been known to do things like that previously. So they're coming upon somebody that they know his previous record from having to deal with him before. And they know him much better than you or I do. They know what he's capable of and what he might do. Now, they took him down and they put handcuffs on him, and there was some interaction there when they had to take him to the ground there forcefully. And actually what you see is one officer tripping him and taking him down. Now, just to give you an insight, an officer is trained to react to a person that might be in cuffs that will react to something. In other words, they tighten their muscles up. Now, this person in cuffs, you think they're under full control, but they are not. They're a long ways from being under control. They can stomp on the feet of the officer that's arresting them. They can bite them. They can reach and grab their guns. Now, remember, when somebody's behind them, they can reach around behind them and grab that gun. You may not notice it at the time because of what's going on. So if they feel any movement whatsoever that's out of the normal, they're going to take them down. And that means tripping them and getting them down. Now, they can beat a guy down or they can trip him down and get less injury. What I did see was they tripped him and took him down. Now, I don't know if they were reacting to an action. Now, when they picked him up and told him to walk like a man, and he folded his feet up when they took another step or two to again. They didn't make him do that. He did that. Now, when they pulled him back out and they got him over to the car, they slammed him face down into the hood. He's not letting you take him in the direction that you want him to go. So that officer again has to reinforce that he's they're not there to do that. They're there to control his movements. And that's exactly what they did. Even though he had cuffs on, that doesn't mean it's hands-free and the guy they took him over, put him in the back seat, and they removed the things from his pocket. And Thomas states as much. They were removing the stuff from his pocket. It was the guy that was picked up, it was his brother. Thomas was there with another individual to pick up 2 cars that were purchased. That's what they were there for. Now, through that whole process, in my opinion, they were reacting to an action by the prisoner. Trained to keep control. Cuffs are only partial control of a prisoner. It does not stop him from running. It does not stop him. I'm not sure what part of that you don't understand. But a lot of officers out there are accused of things that were within their duties, their specific. Going on without giving them a chance to explain in a report what their thoughts and why they did what they did. Now, there will be a report on it. Down. You know, it bothers me a little bit that we jump to conclusions before we really see what's going on. If the guy has HIV or something of that nature, he'll have to go through the rest of his life taking shots. Would you? I mean, do you wish this type of stuff on the people and making a movement? And they don't know the difference between movement and somebody being uncomfortable, by the way. I know we say, well, they were face down and they were they say, well, yeah, we've lost our temper and we did that. That's a possibility. You see, there's two sides to every story, and then there's the real story. Like Paul Harvey said, here's the rest of the story. Well, we're going to have to wait for the ending until it's all taken care of by those that are better at investigating than we are. Just because we see something doesn't make it so. I think I explained it about as well as I can. Is there anybody that at least would consider that there's more to the story than what we've seen? I would hope so. If you want to see what happens when we don't have the people in uniform to protect us, I want you to go on your computer or your tablet and type in there, Slab City, California. Now, if you haven't heard of this place, it used to be a military base. It's in the deserts out in California. There's no running water there, no wells. There's no sewer system there, none. There's a lot of people living there. It's called the last free place in the United States. It gets over 120 degrees sometimes in the daytime out there in the summertime. People are living there. Wait till you see what kind of people are living there. These are people, you could say that the land is lawless because it is. The people make their own laws as they go along. When they get mad at somebody, they burn them out. You can't leave your place without somebody guarding it for you, because when you come back, everything that's of value will be stolen and gone. These people don't have much, there's nothing out there to make an income. That's what would happen to society without protection of some kind. So before we jump, let's give everybody a chance to explain their side of the story. Now, that's my answer, Thomas, to your question of what I thought about the film. Now, you were there, so you had a better look at it, and I'm sure you can give us your opinion as well, if you want to. But I want to thank you, Thomas, for putting it out there and giving everybody a chance to respond to it. And you did a very good job on it. And I hope all of you appreciate this neutral opinion of what I see. Let the Lord open your eyes and let forgiveness be in your heart. With that, goodbye.